Good morning, friends. Today is Saturday, and we are going to be doing what most people in the class say is, I have really weak arms, and they start to immediately tell themselves that they won't be able to do crow pose. So at that point, I usually explain to people that, one, your arms are strong enough to support you. Two, it's really more about balance and core than it is about arm strength. So we will walk you through several variations of a crow pose so that whatever level of familiarity you have with the crow pose, you will be able to understand exactly where we're going, and you'll be able to perform on some level. I personally have not done crow pose in quite a while, so I'm not too sure exactly how it's going to turn out for me either, but we'll see. And Kaylee's not a huge crow pose practitioner either, so who knows, we might all tuck and roll today, and that's quite all right. But it is an arm balancing pose, so we are going to spend some time warming up the wrists. It is a balancing pose, so we are going to make sure that we engage from the core, and then we're going to try to work so that we're stacking the joints of the arm so that, one, we're not having to push and engage muscle the entire time that we're in crow pose, but two, so that we can protect the joints such as our shoulders, elbows, and wrists. So please do drop me lines in the comments if you have any questions about crow pose. And as always, if you do not feel comfortable practicing a crow pose today, we will offer you an alternate while we're working out that crow. Let me just check the time real quick. Perfect. We are going to go ahead and get started. So if you'd like to come on to your most comfortable seated spot, and for today, let's switch the crossing of our legs, because we all have a dominant, more natural, comfortable side to cross and sit, so it's good just every once in a while to change that up. Let your eyes close. Notice your breath moving through the body. And begin to just welcome this morning's practice. So it's a brand new day. The sun is shining. You've made it all the way out of bed. It's okay if you're still in your jammies. Take a moment here to just find some things that you are grateful for. Some things that are going well. And let these positive thoughts, these positive things begin to engulf your entire being. Know that the mind is a most powerful tool. And if we focus on positive and good things, that is what we're going to notice and experience more often. So we've already told you we're going to practice a crow pose today. Picture yourself mastering that pose. Picture what you are going to look like with both hands on the floor and both feet off the mat. Picture the smile on your face, the feeling of accomplishment. Let this become your intention for this morning's practice. Begin to breathe deeper so you feel the breath pushing all the way down into the lungs, expanding into your belly. And exhale with a little bit more force, effort, and control. Let's take a few more rounds of this breath. Breathe deeply. Exhale everything out. Tap into the power of your breath. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to do it one more time. Breathe in. And out. On your next inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Bring the hands together and down to the heart center. Connect your thumbs to the breastbone. Roll those shoulders back and straighten your spine. Begin to draw the belly button upward, inward, and feel as though you've just cinched up the core muscles. Kind of like you're cinching up a corset around your midsection. Let's take one more breath here to seal your intention. Breathe in. And breathe out. And then releasing those hands, open the eyes, roll the shoulders. And I'm going to turn sideways for a moment. Kaylee's going to stay forward facing. We're going to begin to work through the arms and the wrists. So bringing your arms out in front of you and push through the heels of the hands like you're saying stop, or like you're trying to push a refrigerator across the kitchen floor. Feel that that begins to stretch through the underside of your wrist and into the soft side of your forearm. Now, what I want you to do is take a moment to push forward from your shoulders, extending the arm out, and then pull back and roll the shoulders to the spine, keeping the long and the elbow and the arm long. So we're going to do that a few times. We're going to push forward, feel as though that movement comes from the shoulders, and roll back. Feel the shoulders folding into place. Press forward, extending out further, and roll back, but keep the extension. And one more time, forward and reach, and then come on back. Now we're going to slowly press the palms up towards the ceiling and pull down through the elbows out wide. Keep the fingers spread and keep the palms facing the ceiling. Inhale, come on up. And so this whole time you're feeling a great stretch through the wrists and through the palms of the hands and even to the back of the hands coming up. We're going to do it just twice more, pulling down. Feel the shoulder blades sliding along your backside. Come on up. And then one more time, squeezing down. And inhale, come on up. Let's bring those arms forward once again. This time rolling the wrists around in circles. Checking in that the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist are all coming out in a straight line, and then roll the opposite direction. And then we're going to go ahead, shake that loose for a moment. I'm going to turn forward once again. We're going to bring the arms out to the front again, just like we're pushing a refrigerator. Bringing the arms up towards the ceiling, like we're holding the ceiling up, and then bringing the arms out to the sides, left and right. Push through the palms of the hands. Let's begin to roll the shoulders around this time. Trying to keep elbows extended, trying to keep the heel of the hands pushed out. We'll pause, and then roll the opposite direction. 2, 1. We're going to bring those arms back up, down, and shake them out. Now, if you are anything like most of us, you might already be feeling a little bit of fatigue in these forearm muscles because this is just not a movement that we take often. And so that might have already begun to fatigue those muscles in the forearm. So you can just maybe roll the hands down, then give a little squeeze, flushing them out. And then we're going to come on to hands and knees, tabletop. And beginning to work our way through the spine, we'll relax the feet so that they come straight out behind the knees, stacking knees on top of the hip joints or hip joints on top of the knees. Let's lift the tailbone. Feel that movement all the way up the spine to the crown of the head. And then tuck the tailbone, curling the spine the opposite way. Inhale, rolling into one direction. Exhale, rounding to the other. And do it twice more. Inhale. And exhale. And then slowly come on back to your neutral spine. We're going to turn the palms so that fingers look out to the left and right like butterfly wings. And we're just going to rock from side to side. And then from here, we're going to turn the fingers back one more angle towards the knees, and we're going to begin to slowly press forward and back. And all of this you should be feeling through the forearms, maybe the heels of the hands peel up a little bit. If this backward movement feels awful for you, keep those fingers face out to the side. And then we're going to start rolling some circles through the body. So your wrists could be facing backward if that feels okay. They could be facing the side if that feels better. Or they could still be facing forward if that feels best. Let's go one more time this way. And then pause and begin to roll the opposite direction. And we'll go one more time this way. And then slowly come on back, turning your hands forward. And we're going to tuck the toes, come on back, downward facing dog. Begin to pedal your feet. Now, as you're in downward facing dog, maybe for a moment, lift up the heel of one hand and the heel of the other. Spread out to the joints of the fingers where they meet the hand. Spread out through the middle joints of the fingers. And spread all the way out to the tips of your fingers, all 10 of them. Pause for a moment in downward facing dog. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Take just one more deep breath in. Looking forward, walk on up, one foot after the other, and fold. You can tuck pinky fingers into the elbows, sway from side to side. Your feet could be together or slightly apart. Your knees could be straight or softly bent. And then coming back to the center, let the hands come down to the floor. Sweep those arms out and inhale, lift up, bringing hands to the heart and rolling the shoulders away from the ears. So we can bring the palms together at heart center, roll those shoulders down the backside, lift the breastbone up to connect with the thumbs. Lift the belly up and in, turn the tailbone down towards the floor. Feel as though someone's just cinched up the waist, cinched up the corset around your waist. Or peel the right toes off the floor, stretching the lower half of the right leg and letting them come back down. Or peel the left toes up off the floor, stretching the lower half of the left leg. And then come on down. We're going to roll up onto the toes, taking both heels off the mat, finding a little bit of balance. Hug tight through the tummy. Come on down. And then inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. And again, we're just gonna stay here for a moment. Lift the heels, the toes, can rock forward and back. You can do that with a bend in the knees if that feels better through your legs. You could always have a block for your fingertips to rest on. And then finally centering the weight on both of those feet, coming back to your halfway lift, whatever it might look like for you today. And exhale, forward fold. Sweeping hands out, around, and up. This time, let's create steeple mudra. Lacing up 4 fingers, releasing pointers towards the ceiling. Exhale to the right. Keep the weight even in the feet. Reach out through the hips all the way up the side bodies, left and right, through the shoulders to the 10 fingers. Inhale, come up. And exhale the opposite way. Keep on lifting the belly up and in and lengthening the tailbone down behind you, cinching up the corset. Inhale, lift, and then back bend if you'd like to start adding back bends. And slowly come on back. So we're going to keep the hands clasped and bring the palms just behind the head like you're cradling the back of your head. As you exhale, draw the elbows together and curl your chin towards your chest. So we're not pushing here. We're drawing in. And as you inhale, open the elbows wide and let your head press back into the hands. Exhale, roll forward. Be careful and mindful that we're not pushing the head. We're not hurting the neck. Inhale, open and lift. We're going to do it twice more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. And one more time. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Come on back to your neutral spine. Reach the arms up high. And exhale, swan dive forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, nice flat back. Or step out with just the right foot coming into a low lunge. Pause here for a moment, adjust the weight into the left and right leg equally. And then begin to build up, hands to the front thigh. Hands to the hips. Maybe arms up overhead as you inhale, stretch those fingers up high. Press those shoulders down low. Engage both legs evenly. Breathe in. Exhale, hands through the heart to the floor. Step on out, high plank. You can modify with your knees coming into a modified plank if you'd like. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Press out through the 10 toenails and begin to firm up the legs. Spread the fingers wide beneath the shoulders. Peel up from the waistband of your pants to the crown of your head, coming into a cobra back bend. And then exhale, release. Can press back to a child's pose, bringing big toes together. Knees can open wide. Reach the fingertips forward. Feel the whole side body extending up and through the arms. And then coming back to a tabletop, tuck the toes, downward dog. On your inhale, reach the right foot high, roll the ankle around. Keep the left leg long and reaching out, heel maybe touching the floor. It doesn't have to, and your knee could be bent. And then bend the right knee in and out like you're trying to kick yourself in the bum. And then bend your knee forward from the hip.
like you're trying to pull your knee towards your chest. This time, as you re-extend the leg, let's roll the hip around in circles one way 3 times. And then roll the hip around in circles the opposite way 3 times. Re-extend the right leg and exhale, steps through 1 foot, 2 feet, open arms, rise up. Hands together, reach out to the right, exhale. Inhale up, reach to the left, exhale. Inhale up, back bend. And exhale, forward fold, come on down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Or step out the left foot this time. Adjusting the weight, so your whole right foot is on the floor. The toe mound and the 5 toes of the back foot are on the mat. Can bring hands to the thigh. Find that you're leveling off, left leg, right leg. Hands could come to the hips, stacking spine a little bit more upright. Or hands could reach up high. And then just notice hips are both looking forward. Shoulders are squared, facing the same direction of the hips. Inhale. Exhale, hands through the heart to the floor. Step on out. High plank, option to modify with your knees if you'd like. Take 1 more inhale. Exhale, come down. Engage the legs. So feel all the muscles of your legs hugging the bones. Start from the lowest part of your back muscle group and peel up and into cobra. Breathe while you're here. This is spine strengthening, not arm pushing. Exhale, come down. And press back, child's pose. From child's pose, tabletop, downward facing dog. And on an inhale, left foot lifts, roll the ankle. And as you're rolling the left ankle, try to keep the weight even, right arm, left arm. Try to keep all 10 fingers spread wide. Begin to bend the knee like you're kicking your own bum. And then work from the hip like you're bringing your knee towards your chest. And then let's roll circles with that hip. 3 times one way, twice. 3, and then roll the opposite way. Once, twice, 3. Re-extend the left leg, inhale. Exhale, steps through. Right foot follows, fold. Inhale, open arms, up you go. Then lean to the left, right, exhale. Inhale. Lean to the left, exhale, crescent moon stretch. Inhale. Come on back. And exhale all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen, nice flat back. Step on out right foot. This time, let's reach those fingers behind towards the wall behind you. And lift your belly up away from the thigh. Feel that the legs are working together to hold tension in the body. So we're finding a little tension point where we're balanced. Arms push back, head reaches forward, and on your inhale, arms sweep up, stacking the spine, head reaches towards the ceiling as the hips push towards the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, hands through the heart to the floor. Step on out, high plank. And if you'd like, option for low plank, chaturanga. Turn the feet one after the other. Come on up, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Right foot lifts up high to the sky. This time we're going to add some movement. Let's bring the knee towards the nose and slide to a plank. Yes. Inhale back. Exhale, slide in. Inhale out. 3 more. Exhale, squeeze forward. Inhale back. Squeeze forward and out. Last time, exhale. Extend. And then step that right foot through. Left foot follows. Open arms. Up we go. Lean to the right. And center. Left. And center. Back bend. And forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Step out, left foot. Reach the arms out behind you. Lift the belly away from the thigh. Feel as though you're shining the heart forward and you're pressing the heel back. So if I were a comic book superhero, this would be my pose right here. Inhale, come up. Breathe for just a moment. Inhale. Exhale, hands through the heart to the floor. Step on out, high plank. So in this chaturanga flow, you can go halfway. Turn those feet one after the other and then pull up, still press down through the hard part. So the feet, tuck the toes again, down dog. Left foot lifts. Knee to the nose, high plank. And out. Knee to the nose, high plank. And out. 3 more times, exhale. And back. Twice more, push. And lift. Once more, squeeze. And out. Exhale, this time step through. Right foot follows, fold. Inhale, up we go. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Left. Center. Back bend. And come all the way down. Halfway lift, lengthen. Step on out, right foot. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga flow, your choice. Upward dog or keep working with your cobras. Down dog. This time we're going to offer the jump forward. So bend the knees, look to your hands, take a deep breath, and spring. Open arms, rise. That's an option you don't have to use. Exhale, right, center, left, center, back bend, and forward fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Left foot steps, inhale up. Exhale, hands through the heart down, stepping out, high plank. Chaturanga flow, or come onto your belly, upward dog or cobra, and down. Bend the knees, look towards the hands, take a deep breath in, jump or step up. Open those arms, rise. Hands to the heart, namaste here. Ooh, let's grab some water real quick. So we've done a lot of great work moving shoulders, moving hips, engaging core. We're going to do one last series before we start playing with those crow poses. And with this series, really focus on moving as if the muscle group that's directing all of the movement is the core group of muscles. So your abdominal muscles, your hip flexors, which go through the hinge of your hips and your back. We don't want to initiate anything from our knees or down. We don't want to initiate anything from the arms only. So feel as though it's the core that's making all of these movements happen, so we can warm up just a little bit more for our crow poses. Inhale, arms sweep up. This time, exhale, hands through the heart, hinging, folding forward. Halfway lift, lengthen. And then forward fold. So we're going to take the left foot slightly more towards the center of the mat, and if you like blocks, you can always have blocks under the hands. We're then going to tuck the right knee towards the chest and lift the foot up as though you're kicking yourself in the bottom. And then we're going to begin to extend that right leg up, and as you do, bend your standing leg. So slowly extend the right leg out behind you, and then take those hands away from the floor. Turn the right foot down and lift on up, extending arms, warrior two. So we're just taking everything super slow motion. From this warrior two, we're going to bring the back hand to the hip. We're going to turn the front hand palm towards the side wall. We're going to lunge back into that front knee and bring fingertips down to the floor. Push out through the heel of your back leg. So this is a variation of our half moon. Bring both hands to the floor. Extend that back leg up high, or you can keep it bent. Both are good. We're then going to pull the knee towards the chest. Lift the hands up and push that foot forward towards the front of the room. Here we're just going to hold. Tighten the core, lengthen the spine, draw the knee towards the chest, and slowly bend into the standing knee until both can touch the floor. And then inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands through the heart. Let's take the right foot towards the center of the mat, halfway lift, lengthen. Forward fold. Bending the left knee, take the foot from the floor and begin to bend the right knee. Lengthening the body, extend the right leg out. Bring your hands off the mat. And then roll into warrior two. I might have changed my arms on that one. From your warrior two, back hand to the hip, front palm towards the side wall. Lunge forward and bring those fingertips down. Variation of a half moon pose. Bring all 10 fingers down. Left arm can reach up. Left leg, can reach up. Or you can keep the knee bent, your choice. Begin to draw the left knee towards your chest, hands to the heart, and extend it forward. Hold here. Want everything to feel as though the core is initiating who moves when. Bend the knee, begin to lower down until both feet touch the floor. Inhale, come up. Or do that twice more for a total of 4 times. Halfway lift, adjust your feet. Forward fold. Release the right foot. Begin to extend the right leg as you extend the body up. And then plant the back foot down, warrior two. Right hand to the hip, left palm to the side wall. Launch off. Half moon variation. Fingertips to the floor. Right leg can lift up or the knee can bend, your choice. Draw the knee towards the chest. Hands come up and the foot pushes through. Take a breath in. Bend the knees until both begin to step onto the floor. Inhale, up you go. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, adjust yourself on your mat. Forward fold. Left foot bends. We're going to begin to extend the left leg, extend the body, coming up. Sliding down, warrior two. Back hand to the hip. Launch off. Half moon variation. Fingertips to the floor. Standing splits variation. Knee to the chest, hands to the heart. Push it forward and through. Take a deep breath in. Bend the knees and lower. Inhale, up you go. Last time on each side, exhale. Halfway lift, adjust. Forward fold. Lift the right foot. Begin to lengthen all the way out. Slide down, warrior three. Hands to the hips. Launch off. Half moon. Fingertips to the floor, standing splits. Knee to the chest, hands to the heart. Push through. Bend the knee. Come on down. Inhale, rise up. Very last time, forward fold. Halfway lift. Adjust your feet. Fold again. Left foot leaves the mat. Lengthen and extend the body. Come on out, warrior two. Back hand to the hip, launch off. Half moon variation. Hands to the mat, standing splits variation. Knee to the chest, hands to the heart, pushing the front foot forward. Bending the knee and coming down. Inhale, arms up, and this time hands to the heart. Shake it loose, let it go. Feel all right? So here, let's work on our crow pose. We'll come into it with a few different variations. First one is my favorite. I like to bring my feet wide to the left and right edges of the mat, and then forward fold. So here I just kind of wiggle around for a moment. I'm going to press palms down to the floor, and if that asks for my knees to bend, we can bend the knees so I can connect hands to the mat. And then I'm going to begin to walk my feet in until they line up with the upper arm. So we're going to give a little bit of shifting weight forward. So you've got a full hand on the mat. We don't want a hard bend, so we don't want our shoulders to go beyond the fingers. We want to slide back and want a small bend in the elbow to begin with. You can tuck your knees up into your armpits, or they can come down a little bit lower to your elbows. And then we're just going to look forward towards the beyond the edge of your mat. Shift the weight and feel the legs connect with the backs of the arms. Lift your fingers, now lift your toes up off the floor, and we can then step back down. So that's one variation. Second option would be to start in a low squat, where your feet are tipped up onto the toes and your bottoms pushed down. So for those of us that have concerns with our knees, or if malasana is not a super comfy spot, this might be a more challenging variation for you. We're then going to again bring our hands to the floor. Now your knees might naturally be outside of the elbows and shoulders, and that's okay. As you come forward, you're going to squeeze those knees into your body. So we're not actually going to stack them, we're going to hug them. So shift the weight forward, hug those knees in close, and begin to lift up 1 foot, maybe 2 feet. And again, we hold. Not very long. So that's a second variation for coming into it. And then our third variation, which I don't have any blocks with me right now, but you could either set a block under your feet or you could set a block forward underneath your head. And when you come on up, rather than lifting both feet, we might be coming up and lifting 1 foot and holding here. And then lifting the other foot and holding here. And then maybe doing a quick little loop loop to lift both feet. So we'll give that one more try from your favorite option that we expressed. And even if it's just 1 toe off the mat today, you can check the box, that's a success. Feel that the core is directing when things are moving. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. And then let's bring those knees to the mat and come onto your seat. Hoo-wee, water, water. Let's roll the shoulders. So from this seated, let's extend the feet out in front. We've already done a lot of balancing today. We'll come back to where we started. Pressing out through the palms, lining up shoulders, elbows, wrists. Extend those arms forward and then draw the shoulders back. So the arm stays long. It's the shoulder that's moving forward and back. One more time, forward and back. Now bring the arms up. This time let your palms face one another. And then we're going to sweep those arms around and lace up the fingers behind and push knuckles out and down. Maybe lift the gaze. Breathe here. Notice which thumb is on top of this pile. Take a deep breath. Begin to lean forward. And when you lean forward, feel as though you're trying to bring your breastbone towards your thighs or knees. It doesn't matter where your head goes. Your gaze can look out at your toes. Come on up, release those hands. Reach them high, breathe in. Coming back down, lacing up fingers, so we've got an opposite thumb on top. Push the knuckles down and back. Notice here that this side might feel completely different. Your hands might extend further back. Your palms might be closer together, or your elbows could be bent, and that relaxes the arms a little bit. Take a deep breath in, and then begin to lean forward, chest towards the thighs. Gaze can come out towards the big toes. Want to make sure that we keep the neck long, that we don't drop the head while we're here. And then slowly come on up. Reach those arms up high. This time on the exhale, come forward. Hands could find your feet, your ankles, or your shins. We're just going to drift from side to side.
And then while you're forward, you can relax the left arm back towards the body. We're going to try and reach for the right big toe with the right peace fingers. If the toe and the fingers don't connect, you can hold on to your right ankle or shin. And then we're slowly just going to begin to sit up and lift this right leg. So you could be holding toes, or you could be holding the low half of your leg. Begin to draw back from the shoulder, and maybe there's a bend in your elbows, or maybe you're holding this leg with both hands. Try to lengthen the spine as if somebody's pulling you up by the puppet string of your head to the ceiling of the room. Keep breathing. Heart lifted high, shoulders flat behind you. Take one more breath in. And when you're ready, slowly come on back down. Let's reach the left fingers forward to fold. We'll relax the right arm. Find your best place for the left hand to hold the foot, the ankle, or the shin. Begin to sit straight, lift on up. Notice that maybe they don't go to the same spot. Maybe one needs a little bit more support than the other. We want to just check in that we're not slumping in the spine while we're here. We want to keep the shoulders pressed back, the heart lifted high, the backside long and lifted. We're going to take one more breath in. And then exhale, begin to fold, reaching right fingers out towards the right toes, ankles, or shin. And then releasing those toes, come on up. So I'm going to turn forward so I don't kick the wall. Or cross the left ankle over the right thigh and adjust the seat. Or reach both arms up high and come forward for either the right foot, ankle, or calf. Now, if the reach forward does not feel good for you, but the hips do feel good, you can hold just the left leg and kind of dial down on the thigh and dial up on the lower half so you get a greater turnout of the hips. Just notice where you are with your head. Maybe set the gaze towards your big toes. We're going to slowly lift up and take the left foot outside of the right thigh. Adjust your seat and hug it in with the right arm. We're going to twist towards the left. Now, once you begin twisting, push forward through the front foot so that it's active all the way down the leg. If this feels good, we can keep hugging the thigh towards the belly, or you can bring the elbow outside of the thigh and twist a little bit further. I prefer to hug. Back hand could either lightly be on the floor, or it could wrap around your back side towards the opposite hip. Now we're going to go for a counter twist. Coming out, raise the left arm high, bring it down to the inside of the left foot. And then slowly coming out of the twist, release both legs, give a quick shake out. We'll move on to the other side. Right ankle crosses the left thigh, adjusting your seat. You can reach so if you're having any knee issues, you can always bring the foot inside of the thigh. And that can be a softer option, or you can bring it all the way down towards the calf or ankle, and that can be a more relaxed option. As you're ready, fold forward. And if you preferred the option where you were just focused on the turnout of the crossed leg, and we'll come back up, bring the right foot outside, hugging it in, and we'll twist. Send energy down the left leg, so don't let that leg feel loose and fluffy. Right arm can either wrap around the back side if that feels good, or it can softly connect with the floor. Left arm can come outside of the thigh, or keep hugging it in towards the belly. I'm going to go for the counter twist. Come on out, reach the right arm up high, coming down the opposite side. Slowly release. Let's send both legs forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. One more time, forward fold. And we'll reach out those fingers. Inhale, come on up, roll those shoulders. We're going to softly bend the knees, maybe use fingertips behind the thighs. Roll on down onto your back side, and then bring the knees towards your chest and slowly rock from side to side. Today we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to butterfly out wide to the side, Supta Bakasana, and then sweep the arms behind your head, capture the right wrist, and curve to the left side of the room. And slowly come back, switch the grip, curve to the right side of the room. And then slowly come on back. We're going to begin to extend the legs out far and wide. Reach the arms out and away from the sides of the body. Take a deep breath in, filling everything up.
And a long exhale. Come back to the intention that you set. Come back to the image of you doing something new. See the smile on your face. And then slowly allow yourself to begin to drift into Shavasana. Relaxing the shoulders, the back, the seat, the legs, and the feet. Relax the belly, the chest, the jaw, the head. Letting all the hard work we've done this morning begin to settle into every fiber of your being, offering you the most benefit from being here today. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And stretch the arms behind your head. Reach out to the edges of your feet. And then roll onto your right or left side. Carefully compress all the way up to seated. Bringing hands to the heart center. Thank yourself for making time this morning.
Time to practice. Time to try something new. Thank yourself for whatever it looked like. No matter how good you think that was. Know that it was perfect. Namaste. Thank you all so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time.